Coming up in November, Meghan Trainor tells us how disgusting she is. I help my subscribers with their family problems and advice Patreon asked for, and 3 more bonus videos I haven't thought of yet. Support the habit at patreon.com/doseofbuckley. This dose is being uploaded 1 day before Halloween. Originally, I was going to do something spooky season themed. Then I thought, what's scarier to people on the internet than a company changing the status quo of a fictional character they didn't give a shit about up until they did something they didn't like with them, like taking a toy away from a baby that wasn't playing with it. And so, maybe you heard the news earlier this month. Superman's gay? Well, what? He's now takes it in the pooper man? Oh my god, what have those liberals done now? Well, if you read one paragraph past the headline, asking a lot, I know, you'll find out that Jonathan Kent, son of Clark Kent and Lois Lane, will turn out to be bisexual in an upcoming issue of Superman, Son of Kal-El. Jonathan Kent is the current Superman of Earth, while his daddy, Clark Kent, your daddy's Superman, your daddy's daddy's Superman, and your daddy's 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 Superman, does a bunch of interplanetary shit because why was the most powerful being in the whole entire galaxy stuck fighting Jeff Bezos on Earth in the first place when the guy who runs fast, Katniss Everdeen's dad, and the millionaire with mental health issues are more than capable of taking care of shit? But anyway, the headline read, Superman comes out as bisexual. And you'd think the self-identifying alphas of the internet just got told that the red pill was a reference made up by 2 trans women for a dorky sci-fi movie loved by nerds who go to comic conventions. Oh, wait. Anyway, they were quite upset. He-Man? Dead. Han Solo? Dead. Luke Skywalker? Dead. Iron Man? Dead. James Bond? Dead. All replaced by female leads. Now Superman is gay? This woke society is getting mental. Hashtag woke, hashtag agenda. I've been seeing a lot about this new gay Superman, and it is very disturbing and disappointing. But all I must say is this is why Marvel is better than DC. Just saying. I don't care what the alphabet people say. Stop disrespecting my boy like that. Superman ain't gay. This is just from the Twitter civilians. From the blue check marks, Arizona State Senator Wendy Rogers said this upon hearing the news. Superman loves Lois Lane. Period. Great Freudian slip there. Hollywood is trying to make Superman gay and he is not. Just rename the new version Thuperman so we can all know the difference and avoid seeing it. Thuperman! Because all gay people have a lisp. Oh man, this joke would have killed on Evening at the Improv in 1983. Anyway, this becomes really hilarious when you know that the Superman in question is Lois Lane's son. So I guess Wendy's saying that she'd rather Jonathan Kent bone his mom rather than kiss a dude. That's the American way. Also, Hollywood isn't trying to do anything. DC Comics is doing this. And I love the so we can avoid seeing it part. Avert your eyes! 2 men are kissing! If I look, I might go to hell! Don't worry, you will avoid it. It's only happening in the comic books. And since you've already proven you can't read, you'll be fine. Fox News actually gave a lot of time to this story, considering how much they disagree with it. First, Laura Ingraham had one of their regular talking heads on to talk about how they're sexualizing comics and corrupting the innocence of the kids. Won't somebody please think of the children? First off, kids don't read comics anymore. This is such a mentality of like old people who grew up with comic books in the spinner rack at the grocery store or their local corner store. They'd buy them with a quarter from their allowance. Fucking comics are $3.99 an issue now. More for special issues. No fucking kid is getting them. And second, what? Comics have always been sexualized. He says we didn't used to know the sexuality of superheroes. Spider-Man spent decades trying to plow Gwen Stacy and then Mary Jane. Batman is constantly getting hate-fucked by Catwoman. Hell, Archie can't figure out whether he wants to smash his ginger minge into the brunette or the blonde. In early issues of the X-Men in the 1960s, Professor X, an old bald man in a wheelchair, confesses to having feelings for the teenage Jean Grey. We don't even know if the dude's dick works when we first see him, and by issue 3, he's getting a hard-on for his new student. And sexualizing them? Holy shit. From Power Girl's tit window to whatever the fuck Cersei was wearing in the 90s, it's a wonder any of their enemies had enough skin left to blink, never mind a fight. Was anyone worried about the innocence of kids in the 40s when they were drawing Wonder Woman in bondage every other fucking issue? Anyway, Dean Kane, the guy who played Superman in that horrendous TV show that 13-year-old me only watched because of how hot Terry Hatcher is, also had some strong feelings on this, appearing on Fox News in the morning, presumably because he's got a lot of free time right now, saying he doesn't think it's brave or bold, referring to DC calling it a bold new direction in their press release, and said, brave would be having him fight for the rights of gay people in Iran, where they'll throw you off a building for the offense of being gay. Would that be brave? Like DC would be worried about offending their Iranian readers? How many people would that upset? Like 2 really warped Iranians who would have thought Superman would punish infidels? Making a bi-Superman stands to upset way more American comic book readers, who are stereotypically the first ones to run to Reddit to yell, "Get woke, go broke!" So one could argue it's brave to do this knowing full well that it could lead to lost revenue. But here's a sentence I never thought I'd utter in my lifetime. I kind of agree with Dean Kane. In the interview, he said, "It's bandwagoning. This is pandering at its world's finest." Get that joke, nerds? This is all a publicity thing. All an attempt to try and sell some comics, either to collectors who will all go out and buy them thinking that they're going to be worth a shitload of money in the future, or to be like, "Hey gay guys, we thought muscly dudes in tight costumes would do it for you, but apparently that's not enough, so like, I don't know, what if we made one of them kiss a guy? A normal guy too, that could be anyone. You know, even you. Would you buy comics then? Maybe, please?" They announced this in early October. If you're watching this video the same week I released it, the actual comic still isn't out yet. It won't be out until November 9th. They wanted you to have plenty of time to head down to your local comic book store to go, "Hey, can you guys pre-order a copy of Gay Superman for me?" And of course, since this is issue number 5 in the run, well, you'll need to buy issues 1 to 4 to catch up on the story, so pick those up, and then have them start getting every issue for you. Issue number 2 in this series was estimated to have sold about 40,000 copies, making it the 56th best-selling comic of August. 56! Superman got outsold by fucking Moon Knight, and it wasn't even close for Christ's sake. So what will get some press and hopefully bump those sales numbers up? Can't just kill superheroes anymore. You've burned the public with that one too many times. Everyone knows they'll just come back to life. You can't turn them evil. Everyone knows they'll just be good again in a couple of months. So what's left that's kinda controversial that the mainstream press will run with, that'll trend on Twitter and start fights, making it trend even more? Superman kissing a guy. That's what. This isn't just about representation. If it was, would they need to announce this a month in advance? And Dean was right. Oh, that's dirty sounding. It's not a bold new direction. They already made a Robin bi and a Green Lantern gay. John Constantine's apparently been with dudes since '92. Harley Quinn's been itchy for Poison Ivy since she showed up in the cartoons. At this point, half the DC universe is slapping same-sex parts together. But this is Superman. Not, the Superman, but a Superman. So, don't be fooled here. DC doesn't actually care about representation. They care about trying to get gay people to spend their gay dollars with DC because, well, you got all that disposable income, no kids, splitting the bills on dates. Come on, you got $4 a month for a comic, right? And if they can use the outrage from a bunch of droolers who can't read or are just straight up homophobic to help get the word out, maybe even get some of the people on the left to spite buy it just to piss off the evil right, even better. DC is playing everyone like a fucking fiddle, and you all seem to know all the notes. So let that bring you together, knowing that gay, straight, left, right, you're all just dollar signs and marketing opportunities for all of these companies. And the only buy they really care about is whether or not you'll buy their shit.